What's going on, everyone? This is BK Plays, and today we will be doing the all point guard rebuild. A team of 15 point guards, everybody passing the ball back and forth through each other. Hopefully getting through a lot of mismatches, hopefully going through a lot of bigger defenders, but we will see how this team can hold up and see if we can win a championship. We did a fantasy draft, and of course, if we're playing small ball, you gotta play with the Golden State Warriors. The team that we put together has Cade Cunningham, Amen Thompson, Giddey, Drew Holiday, Russell Westbrook, TJ McConnell, Dante, Schroeder, Mitchell, Brogdon, Alvarado, Conley, Lonzo Ball, DeLon Wright, and then we will add one more guy in free agency. Let's see who the first point guard is. Give me a little bit of Howie Carney. Why not? Don't know who this guy is, but come on to the team. All right, and I want to see what they all do, and what I am going to do is make sure that they don't have a secondary position, because a lot of point guards typically do, and that might make some bad players play over other guys. So no one has a secondary position. We have that set, and our rotation is going to be like this, going over to sim points of emphasis under the coaching game plan. I don't know if we want to try to get rebounds, if it's going to help us or not. Maybe we just try to run as fast as possible. And typically what I do in these simulations is I make sure that I crash the boards on the defensive and offensive end. But I think with this challenge, we're going to try to go fully against the grain, what I typically do. We're definitely not going to be protecting the paint. Let's limit perimeter shots. Let's play physical defense. That's the only way we'll have a chance. And I think we're just going to run and gun. We're going to shoot at will, and we're going to get shooters open. I think that's going to give us our best chance, but we're going to sim the first game and see how we do. Okay, we have an injury, but we also have a win in the first game by 10 points against the Los Angeles Lakers. They have Cam Thomas and Jalen Brunson. Those are 2 point guards I could do with. Actually, Cam Thomas might be a shooting guard in this game, but Cade Cunningham goes off. Russell Westbrook behind him, as well as Giddey and McConnell. The rebounds coming from basically everyone. Assists coming from Cade, Thompson, actually everyone. I actually got a bunch of steals in this game, which is good to see. As well as a decent amount of blocks, too. We had 5 blocks. Cade also had 5 turnovers. Some turnovers throughout the team, so that might be something to watch. But a win's a win. Let's see what they can do against the Nuggets. They win that game as well. And it looks like they're scoring high points in these games. 124, 131 so far. In this one, Cade's leading the way again. Behind him, Russell Westbrook, TJ McConnell, Giddey. Giddey had 13 rebounds in this one. Every single player on the team had an assist. Westbrook had 9, racking up a bunch of steals. Still got 3 blocks in the game. Let's sim one more, and then we'll just sim to the trade deadline. And it's another win. This one just by 1 point. That was a close one. And that was against Tyrese Maxey, Scotty Barnes, Bobby Portis, Derek White, Ace Bailey. But enough about them. What did we do? We had a lot of guys scoring a decent amount of points. Cade grabbed the most rebounds. Giddey after him, and then Westbrook. Every single person had at least 2 assists. TJ McConnell had 4 steals. We're getting a decent amount of steals, so that's promising. And we only had 1 block in the game, and that was by Russ. All right, so it looks like at least winning is a possibility. Let's see if having a winning record and then also winning a championship is a possibility. We're going to sim to the trade deadline. I will see you there. All right, we're at the trade deadline, and it looks like we did come back down to earth a little bit. We are 30-21, and we are not as dominant as we were looking. I'm going to extend some guys as we're talking, and then we are going to look at some of our stats to see how we were doing. We're going to keep Brogdon. Yeah, sure. Take a minimum deal. No one else wants to sign. Let's take a look at our team stats first. We are, and I got to remember that we are the Golden State Warriors. Our offense is mid. Our defense looked like it was mid. We don't score the most field goals. We don't take the most shots. We don't take the least. Field goal percentage, we're mid. We're just a mid team. It looks like 37.6% from 3. Yeah, to 11th. We don't take a ton of shots. We get a lot of free throws. We don't convert them at the highest rate. Actually, mid at that too. I think we just created a really mid team is what I'm finding out. Are we the worst at rebounding? We're the second worst at rebounding. And for defensive rebounding, what do we got? Defensive rebounding, we're middle of the pack. That's pretty good for your running in transition. And rebounds overall, we are second to worst. We have the most assists by 8 per game. We have the most steals by about 1 a game. Blocks, we are the worst in the league. Turnovers per game, we are top 10, as in we have the top 10 most turnovers today, Junior. And we foul a lot, top 10 in that. Okay. So we've created a mid team that doesn't shoot that efficiently from 3, doesn't take a lot of 3 shots, and doesn't rebound that much. So I think I'm going to change my settings, and instead of telling them to run in transition, I'm going to tell them to crash the glass. And if we're not taking a lot of 3s and we're not very efficient at them, maybe we need to be more efficient. I'm going to go patient offense, and for offensive focus, I'm just going to go no preference. I'm going to see if that can help this team. If there are, okay, and we have a couple of guys hurt, and that's probably what's hurting us too. Okay, so maybe not make too many changes. I'm just going to keep it simming, and I will see you guys in the postseason. At the end of the year, Victor Wembanyama is your MVP. He has 28, 13, and 4, steal and a half, block, and 2.5 blocks per game, shooting 54, 37, 82. Jeremiah Fears is the Rookie of the Year. Trey Jones is the Sixth Man of the Year. Victor is your DPOI. Nehemias Queta is Most Improved. And Victor is the Clutch Player of the Year. Clutch Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and MVP. What a season for Victor. Coach of the Year is Jason Kidd and the Mavs, and they win Exec of the Year as well as the NBA Cup. And they have Shea. All right, let's see where we are. We are the 6th seed. Let's see how we got there. What was our record? Okay, so we were 51 and 31, so not a terrible team. 9th best record in the NBA. In terms of points per game, we were mid to bad. Our defense gave up 111 points per game. That was actually one of the better defenses in the league. Okay, so we can hang our hat on defense. Our differential good enough for 9th in the league, which is why we're about the 9th in record as well. Field goals made per game, we are bad, 22nd in the league. How about field goal percentage? We are bad. Threes made, we have 11. We were taking less 3 shots. We made them less efficiently, even though we were playing more patient offense. Free throws, getting 18. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, 8th in the league, take the 9th most attempts. Offensive rebounding, 5th or 6th worst. Defensive rebounding, we are bad. We're 18th. Total rebounding, we were, 23rd. Damn. Assists per game, we are spraying it everywhere. Getting 38 assists per game. We're getting almost 10 steals a game, but we just have 3.5 blocks per game. Turnovers per game is 14.8, which is just about mid. So I think the shooting at will is not hurting us that much. And do we have that? Did I turn that on or off? Nope, didn't turn it back on, but I will turn it back on. No preference, shoot at will, crash both glasses, limit perimeter shots, play physical defense. I think that's our best shot. We are playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. We are going to sim the play-in, and we're going to play against them. We win game 1, win game 2, win game 3, and we sweep the Timberwolves in the first round. Let's take a look at these box scores. So game 1 was a win by 13. Amen Thompson rebounding a bunch for us, as well as Westbrook and Giddey. TJ McConnell with 4 steals, yanking the ball out of people's hands. Game 2, Josh Giddey with a double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, almost a triple-double, 7 assists as well. Steals, Amen Thompson had 4 steals, Westbrook with 3, Schroeder with 2. Amen Thompson has 2 blocks. Cade, Drew, and Devo have a block as well. Game 3, let's take a peek at what we do here. Cade with 27, 4, and 4. Westbrook 27 and 4. A bunch of guys with 2 steals. Brogdon with 1. Actually, a bunch of blocks across the team as well. So locking in defensively in the playoffs, I see. I see you guys. Bunch of guys with 3, 4, 5 rebounds. Assists. Westbrook leading the way. Steals. TJ McConnell gets 5 steals and 2 blocks in a playoff game. My God. That is insane work from the little man. And that's how they close out the series. All right. Second round, we lose first game to the Suns, and it ain't even close. But I would kind of expect that if I was playing against Ja Morant, Victor Wembanyama, Jaden Ivey, Cason Wallace, Asar Thompson. Is that J-Dub? J-Will. But he's a good player. All right, let's see what we can do in game 2. We lose again. It's only by 3 points, so that's a little bit more respectable. Game 3 is a loss as well. I believe I see where this series is heading. And we are bounced in the second round. Now, let me take a look after we look at the Eastern and Western Conference Finals MVPs, Sabonis and Zion. I'm going to take a look at stats and team standings to see what the Suns did. So they were the third best team in the league. They had a decent offense, pretty good defense, didn't shoot the best from the field. They shot bad from 3, and that's the thing that we were trying to limit. And maybe that's the problem. They just went to the paint. They just scored there. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So we were ill-equipped to handle them. We're going to keep simming, and the team with the best coach and the best team wins. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is Finals MVP once again. We're going to give this another go and see if we can get a championship in year 2. If we can't get past the second round, I think we have our answer. All right, in the offseason, we have 13 point guards. We need to add 2 more to the team. We will be adding Bones Highland. And if Chris Paul wants to play for us, of course, we'll add the point guard to the point guard team. All right, we have a full roster. Moving on to player progression. Cade gets a little bit better at scoring inside. A lot of guys get a lot worse. Drew Holiday drops 5 overall. Dante 1. TJ McConnell 3, that sucks. He was stealing everything, trying everything he can to help this team win. Bones Highland gets 1 better. Brogdon and Alvarado drop 3 and 2. Chris Paul drops 3. The random guy we grabbed drops 2. All right, it is not looking good for the point guards. To start this year, I'm going to do the same coaching's things that I typically do and hope it works out. We tried to experiment a little bit last year, but let's just go through. And you know what? We have a star, so let's play through star. We will do that. We're gonna play patient offense, crashing, limiting perimeter shots, playing physical defense. Patient offense, play through star. And we're gonna check to see our rotation. It's 11 guys right now. Let's see who that 11th man is. It is in fact Lonzo Ball, Alvarado Holiday, Schroeder. I'm fine with that. And then we may have our rookie playing, Brogdon playing. Yeah, that's fine. Should be good. Let us sim this season and see where we end. At the end of the season, Anthony Edwards is your MVP with 32, 5, and 5. 6 and 5 if you want to call it that. Stealing a half a game and almost a block. Shooting 56, 45, 74. This guy's your rookie of the year. Brandon Ingram is the 6th man of the year. Giannis is the DPOI. Colin Murray Boyles, or CMB, is most improved player. Jalen Brunson is your clutch player of the year. And Doug Christie and the Kings win coach of the year. We are the 6th seed once again, playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's see how we can do against them. And let's take a quick peek at our lineup to see who is our last man. It's Chris Paul. I think I will shorten that rotation. I'm going to shorten to 9. And let's sim. We lose the first, lose the second, lose the third, and I will be playing a little bit of Simcast in this last game if we are down, so we could see what it looks like to have a bunch of point guards running around, trying their best to, oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's get a couple minutes in. We are down by almost 30 points coming into this. Okay, we cannot stop Julius Randle. That makes a decent amount of sense. Our only chance is going to be 3s. I'm going to try to put them up, and that's not working either. But maybe what I should do is just try to score really fast against their centers. Oh. Is that Jalen Johnson? Oh no, it's probably Cam Johnson. Have our center just, nope. Dante, step back. Nope. This is looking messy. Oh, left him open, but good help from TJ McConnell. We should be getting the ball to him. He's been the GOAT in this sim at least. Okay, why? For some reason, we don't have the ability to blow past these big-bodied bastards. TJ getting a bucket when nobody else can. Able to keep them out of the paint pretty well. He's going to pull that or not. He just runs straight out of bounds. But we only have 50 seconds left. There is absolutely no chance we are winning this one. So let's see who else we got in here. We got Bones Highland. You want to put up a 3, bud? Let's just get some guys off of you. Here, you could take a 3. Would help if I was able to hit those. One of the guys is pretty big. I know Drew Holiday is like 6'5", so he's like decent NBA size. He's going to hit that. He does not, but we're able to get the rebound. Go Bones. Get to the rim. See, if we played a full game, I think we could get into the paint pretty easily because you just cook the slower, bigger guys. But they're going to dribble it out. These point guards do not have enough to win in this day's NBA. The All Centers rebuild was able to get a championship. The point guard build is not going to happen. We'd have to get the best point guards, and we weren't able to do that in this sim. Maybe we tried another day where we get the absolute best point guards, but do a realistic rebuild, realistic other than having all point guards. We'll try to do it where we trade from starting with a team like, I don't know, the Thunder, and then try to get all the best point guards, put that team together, see if they can win a chip. But we were unsuccessful in this one. And although we were unsuccessful, I had a good time seeing what this can do. We got a massive amount of assists, which was just funny to see on the stat sheet. And we learned a little bit about not putting together 15 point guards on a team. Turns out it's not so great an idea. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. This has been BK Plays. I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.